Hey YouTube, Longboys Post 1975. Wow, almost forgot the name of my own channel. Right there. A couple of pickups in the mail. Totally properly closing in on my collection goal of having every single game I had as a kid. Obviously, Japanese Megadrive games, and a few exceptions to the rule that I had PAL and Genesis games. Although I have made, you know, as I've said before, some kind of amendments to the way I collect, because obviously collecting a certain amount of games that are this old is getting difficult. And it's not that I'm lazy, it's just I'm to have such a specific collection, you know, you have to kind of slack off a bit from your goalposts. But that's just me. I don't know. What do you think? Would you just completely utterly persevere? It's just, you know, I've been doing this for a year, and it's not about how long it takes, but I want to, you know, just want to nail what I set out to do. Now, the first game, I'm so surprised at how good condition this is in, because this should have been a soggy pile of shit thanks to something my mailman did, or my postman, sorry. We have two mailboxes, right? We have one built into the front porch that this game would have fitted in, and we actually have a US mailbox. Long story, most people go to Florida and they come back with a I've been to Florida t-shirt. My parents came back with a US mailbox, you know, with the, like, the little lever flag. Every other postman seems to operate fine. You know what, I shouldn't complain, because I actually quite like it, because we're the only person from Miles that has a US mailbox. Now yeah, as I said, this would fit in both of them, but for some reason, in the bubble mailer, my postman left it on the floor in front of the front porch in the piss and rain. The only thing that saved this game was the fact that the bubble wrap inside was like a sealed unit. So I had to leave it on the boiler and let it dry, because I was so terrified to open it when it was in that soggy condition. Anyway, it's a Japanese copy of Fantasia. I don't know if you can pick that up with the crap light in this room. The case is in such good condition. It's amazing. This thing cost me like 10 quid. The cartridge is just... it's mint. It's absolutely mint. And the guy didn't even advertise it as mint. He just said average condition, which blows me away, because this thing's incredible. The manual, I'm almost scared to take the manual out, because look at that. Look at that. There's not a crease on it. I'm scared to open this. Look at it. Oh God, I love Japanese manuals. Amazing. For a game that someone didn't advertise as mint. I'm trying not to screw it up as I put it back in the case. This is absolutely incredible. Now here's one of the rules, or the exceptions to the rules I was talking of. I had this as a Genesis version when I was a kid, but in my travels, and obviously I don't go on eBay anymore, I've never seen the Genesis version for, you know, in this country, for auction anywhere, and I don't know if it's rare or not. I really don't know. So I thought, you know what, well, I'll get the Japanese one, because I'm not gonna piss and moan and take forever to try and get the Genesis one if it's becoming that difficult to get. So the Japanese one is in 60 Hz, and it's all about the games I had when I was a kid. So yeah, I got it. Now the funny thing about this is, I think the only reason I had it as a kid in Genesis form was a perfect example of being on holiday, having never read a review of the game, just assuming it was as good as Castle Illusion. And part of me was kind of like, back in the day when we imported games, you never got Genesis games in this country, absolutely never. It was always Japanese games that were imported. So part of me as a child wanted a Genesis game. Irony here is, this game is monkey balls. This game is so bad. I would not recommend this game to anyone. Graphically, it's fantastic. You know, the music is amazing. Playability, it's like having your teeth drilled with a jackhammer. It's just painful. Now, the next game is actually a PAL game. It's a copy of John Madden American Football. I love the fact that it says American Football, even though American Football was shown in the late 80s and early 90s by Channel 4. Because this is 1990, I'm pretty sure they just called it John Madden Football. Every little English kiddie would just throw a hissy fit and just go, that's not football, that's American football. But yeah, how far we've come with the Madden games now. This is the game that taught me the rules of American football. So I have a very fond place in my heart because of this game. Lots of people in North America probably going, dude, the rules really aren't that complicated. Well, they're not though, aren't they? But let's be honest, you learn, when you're a kid, you learn from two sources. You learn from your parents and you learn from school. And seeing as American football was not taught at school, nor did my parents, you know anything about it, I learned from a video game. Who says video games can't be informative and educational? This thing is a beast, man. You have no idea how much this weighs. I mean, first of all, it's complete. The 49p and 150 postage, Can't knock them apples. Yeah, it's those massive, massive EA cards, like the little yellow tab. But yeah, part of the reason this is so heavy, the instructions are a phone book. Look at that. Proper phone book, like, yeah? I just worked out why. They are in 6 languages. So yeah, very, very pleased to have this. And I played this morning, and this is, yeah, it's still as good as you remember. The funny thing is though, the version I had when I was a kid, and I've not seen any of these online in my travels. I bought it second hand from a shop that's like 20 minutes down the road called Cyan Computers. Or it would have been 20 minutes, it's not there anymore. But yeah, it came in a cardboard box that was green and black with a photograph of Madden in the middle. So I don't know if they reissued it in a clam because Sega realised that Nintendo didn't. That is selling games in cardboard boxes is stupid. But yeah, there you go. Now, final game, another example of a game I forgot I had when I was a kid, and it might be quite a surprise to you. This is probably expensive, mine, but I figure this game's only going to go up in price. Yeah, it's Michael Jackson's Moonwalker. Nice case, really nice case. Yeah, as is the cartridge. But the manual, oh, I'm scared to take this out. The manual's proper thumbed. In fact, look. Ooh. Still an example though of, you know, why Japanese manuals are just so much better than the crap PAL manuals we got. Brilliant. Now, I'm not a Michael Jackson fan, so that might be a surprise to you that I had this game back in the day. No disrespect to Michael Jackson, rest in peace, but not a Michael Jackson fan. But this is what Sega did so well back in the day, that I honestly think better than most other companies at the time. They just utterly nailed, and that's the side-scrolling sort of Shinobi-esque platformer, you know, with at the time state-of-the-art graphics, definitely state-of-the-art sound. The sound and the music in this game is absolutely incredible. To a lesser degree, it is also quite good on the Master System, but it doesn't hold a fart to this. Unbelievable music. But yeah, these are my memories of Sega in the very late 80s and early 90s. Just they nailed side scrolls, absolutely nailed it. And that game is very interesting in the sense that the whole way that the music and the dancing is, you know, incorporated into the mechanics of the game works really, really well. How many games can you say you dance someone to death? Yeah, so very, very fond memories of this. Another great memory of mine of this is only 2 people had Mega Drive, Japanese Mega Drives, obviously 18 months before they came out officially in this country at my school. I was one, another kid was the other one, so we were the only people who lent games back and forth. And I do remember he gave this game to me after he borrowed it, back to me on the school bus coming home one afternoon, and everyone else was just like, what? Because obviously they were Commodore, Spectrum and Amstrad guys. You know, this is only like the really, really rich kids had Atari STs, Amiga, A500, so yeah. Loads of people were just like, what the hell is that? There's a Michael Jackson game? Michael Jackson game? And it's in Japanese? Wow. And so I was kind of like, you know, milked to my 2 minutes of fame for being the coolest kid on the bus that day. But yeah, Moonwalker. Thing is, right, 25 quid. 25 quid. Not proud of that, way more than I ever want to pay for a game. But the thing is, now, if I could be wrong. If anyone knows, please leave a comment down below. I don't know what that game was fetching before Michael passed away. I really don't. I don't know if it was popular or rare before, or is this just a case of obviously him passing away has driven the prices up. I don't know. I mean, what was the old wives' story about when Elvis Presley passed away? Apparently someone said his record label were heard to have said greatest career move he'll ever make. So I don't know if it's kind of similar with this, that obviously the fact that he died, everyone had to own the game. But yeah, 25 quid, but I guess it's only going to go up and it's going to get rarer, so, you know, maybe even an investment, although I'm not going to sell it. So yeah, 4 games short now, properly closing in, 4 games short. So, and one of those is in the post, and for the life of me, I can't even remember what it is off the top of my head. But there you go, that's my Megadrive Pickups. Thank you for watching, I'll see you later.